Yo, today we're going to react to a MoistCr1TiKaL video. And the reason why I wanted to react to this because he's having this back and forth with Sneako, another very big YouTuber slash Twitch streamer or former Twitch streamer. But the reason why I wanted to talk about this is because Sneako apparently has been getting into the red pill a lot over the past year or two or whatever. I'm not sure. I really don't watch either of these guys much at all. I just aware of who they are. But I do watch Twitch a lot, so I do know the environment a lot. I know how successful MoistCr1TiKaL is, and the little bit I do know about the situation tends to make me believe that MoistCr1TiKaL is right on the situation, but we don't know much at all. So I wanted to go into it and see what this whole dynamic is about.
Hey Sneako, does this outfit look familiar? This is the same thing I wore last time I took you over my knee and spanked your bottom with some discipline, and I'm happy to report that these are back
I got no idea what he's talking about. Maybe I'll react to that in the future.
in stock and a lot more at MoistGlobal.com. Last time I talked about you, I used you for a merchandise push as well, so might as well stick with tradition. I bet just seeing me in this attire again has just sent you on a full-blown Winter Soldier episode with your eyes rolling into the back of your skull as you're experiencing post-traumatic stress disorder, because the first video I made on you offended you to such a high degree that you have not stopped whining since. It's already been 3 months, can you believe that? How time flies. You started shit with me by insulting me and my girlfriend out of nowhere, so naturally I responded by making fun of you in return and showcasing the reasons why I don't respect you. But unfortunately I failed to calculate just how much of a sensitive fucking loser you are, because this hurt your—
I'm sorry, but if you're really going after his girlfriend or anybody's significant other because of a beef y'all two have, I think you're pretty soft and emotional. And I don't understand how you could try to defend that. It's kind of what Fresh and Fit had going on with Auburn Preach like almost 2 years ago. And they want to bring up Preacher's wife for no reason. Like if you have an issue with the guy, keep talking back and forth with the guy while bringing in other people into it. Especially his wife. That just seems so low and emotional and weak to me. So if Sneako really did that, and he trying to portray himself as some type of red pill alpha male, I don't know, I'm pretty skeptical because it's just not necessary. And you only do some stuff like that when you can't make a real argument.
your feelings to such a high degree it's become like an Armageddon in your brain. 3 months you have continued to melt down about this. The day after I posted my response, he went
What
on
the
stream
fuck
and
is
had a
he doing?
huge unhinged tantrum and meltdown about the whole thing, and then he sent some of his viewers over. So I was
This is
joking with them,
childish.
saying like, oh, you guys must have just stopped the cuties watch party over there at Sneako's stream, right? Welcome, cucks, that kind of shit. And it got really under his skin in a big way, so he started dancing around with the gun and threatening to come shoot me. So he kept saying, oh, you're in Tampa, right? I'll come see you, waving his gun around and dancing.
You wanna watch my clips? Watch my clips. Watch my
Oh,
clips. You wanna watch? Oh, you want me to watch?
this is so corny. This is so corny as hell. Like, why are you threatening somebody with a gun behind a screen? Especially over something like this when you personally attacked him first and all he did was respond to you. This is an alpha man. This is red pill. Like this isn't something people should be praising or be inspired by or should be following. He's a joke. Why are you posting guns and all this stuff on live stream? You know young, impressionable, dumbass kids gonna watch this shit and they're gonna think this is a good idea or they're gonna think like that's a proper way to handle your emotions. It isn't. This stuff is just embarrassing. And he only has enough money and enough clout where he can still do stupid shit like this and still live a life. Most people can't do that. If they do something this stupid, most time their life gonna be pretty messed up. Or gonna be a lot harder. But he can do this irrational nonsense on the internet, but gullible young kids will see it and try to do it too, or at least make excuses for it. I just don't agree with that stuff.
Watch your clips. Watch my clips. These are the only clips I'm watching. You were?
Now, the reason he keeps saying watch my clips while threatening me here is because during the stream I couldn't watch him live because he just kept shouting slurs. So I said watch my clips to see
Well, he sounds like us. If he couldn't talk, he just kept yelling out slurs. I'm pretty sure he's a well thought out, articulate, and calculated individual. That's what everybody else does when they have something to say. They just yell out slurs over and over again.
what I was saying about you. I had to communicate via Twitch clips. And
Oh,
I'm sorry to be that
sarcasm.
guy. This is like the grammar police of guns. but he's a fucking imbecile. You absolute buffoon. What you have there is not clips. These are mags. They're mags, not clips. You absolute
nice gun.
fucking dummy. The same way that this is also a mag. They're all
That is a pretty ass gun. He got the scope. He got the flashlight on top. Yeah, you break into his house at night if you want to. He gonna see your ass. He gonna spray your ass. And he flexing on him too. He teaching him what the actual gun lingo is, but at the same time showing all his guns and saying you want to pull up if you want. You gonna try if you want to, but it's not gonna end the way you think it is. You go up there showing your little magazines of your pistols. I got an AR and I got a pistol myself, and that's the only two guns he's showing on stream. You would think he got those two guns and just that? Hell no, he probably got more shit hidden away somewhere. He probably locked and loaded. And if they say he's in Tampa, he's in Florida, gun state, stand your ground, show up if you want. You're gonna be splattered on that pavement.
all mags. Stop saying clips. You look fucking stupid here. Anyway, sorry for the gun anatomy lesson. He was very upset, so he was threatening to come shoot me, beat me up, all of that, because I hurt his feelings, and it's been festering for quite some time now. 3 fucking months. You love to bitch about how everyone's canceling you. These soy boy NPC bots are all canceling you. It's all you do. You treat the teenagers in your Discord like they're your goddamn therapist. Just going in there to complain about the invisible boogeyman canceling you again, shaking your fist at the clouds. I also love that you treat this Discord server like it's your PR team, so you have them work on your responses on Twitter because you're not witty enough to come up with anything on your own. You have no...
Are you serious? Quick, I need a response. Go to memes at everyone. What the fuck? Jeez, bro. Is it that serious to you? Is it that serious? This is what happens when we just promote any and everybody, no matter if they switch up or not. Because from what I've seen in like comments or old stuff, like he wasn't always like this. So maybe he switched up a little bit or something. But regardless, these kids are still boosting him up and they still sticking around. But he's still talking about the Matrix and being canceled and all this other stuff. This is just embarrassing.
On your responses on Twitter because you're not witty enough to come up with anything on your own. You have no ability to banter. You can't insult anyone. Anytime you're pushed, all you fall back on is one of 3 things: soy boy, bot, or NPC, and that's it. You never deviate from this path, which is ironic because you're like literally a sheep. You have 3 programmed responses. You're like the absolute worst character, side character in an MMO. It's pathetic. But I'm getting sidetracked. You love to be super public about how much you hate antidepressants and you shit on anyone who takes antidepressants, but with the way you talk in your Discord server, I'm pretty convinced that you're only 2 or 3 messages away from asking your community to source antidepressants for you under the table to help with all this mental anguish you're going through. And I think that'd honestly be a good idea. It might help you. But I'm putting the cart before the horse here. How did we get to this point? Well, I made that video about Sneako, and I fully planned on that being the only time I ever talked about this asshole. I really did. All I wanted to do was highlight why I personally don't respect him. I know a lot of people criticize me for not tackling his points, and to that I say, bah humbug, this fucking goober didn't make any points. All he did was insult me and my girlfriend. He insulted me and my girlfriend because I made fun of one of his friend's blatantly fake stories. He resorted to childish name-calling like, I'm ugly, and I don't go outside.
Really?
That's not making any points. Like, what am I supposed to debunk there? No, actually, my mom thinks I'm handsome, and so does my girlfriend, so you're wrong. You're absolutely wrong. There's nothing to debunk. The whole point of the video was highlighting why I don't respect him. I'll go ahead and briefly give you a previously on Dragon Ball Z lore recap to bring you up to speed on the points I was making for why I think he is a pathetic piece of
Okay, perfect, because I have no idea what the hell he's talking about.
shit, and his opinion holds no value in my eyes. Is because he publicly defends Cuties as one of his favorite movies. Cuties was a Netflix film that used real child actresses in sexual situations. So they sexualized real children. A fact that Sneako himself acknowledges, but writes off as being okay because it's realistic, because in the real world, children get sexualized. I'll say it.
What the fuck? Children don't get sexualized by creeps. That's not a normal thing. And I know the movie he's talking about, and when it first came out, I thought that shit was sick. I don't think I saw like the poster when they like blew up on social media. No way in hell I'm gonna watch that shit. And if you say that's your favorite movie, Really, of all the movies to ever exist, that moved you. Okay, oh god, oh Jesus, I don't want to say move you because I'm getting a disgusting picture, but you know what I mean. Like that's your favorite movie. Like it held something. It stuck in your mind. Cuties, really? You just a sick fuck.
But again, regardless of what the intention of the film was, they missed the mark because what ended up happening is they sexualized the child actresses. That is a problem.
Yeah, they
Full
are
stop.
children.
Even if the message was supposed to be the opposite,
I
they
ain't see,
still
I didn't see the movie, but the posters they clearly was like children. Like it wasn't like no 18-year-old passing as like 16. Now it was like full blown like elementary age. I think. I don't know. It's been a couple years.
ended up contributing to the very problem they were speaking out against.
I saw Cuties last night and it was pretty good. It's a pretty good movie. I went in ready to hate like everybody else. I saw the cover and I got clickbaited. So did you. You got clickbaited. The thing about Cuties is
How did you get clickbait? How's that? Wait, how is that clickbait? I see the poster. I say fuck no. The bait is supposed to get me in. That don't get me in. It gets me away from it. I don't even want to say what it gets him doing, but come on, man.
it's not an unrealistic film. Like, yes, it shows children in a sexual way, but this is not unusual now. And the people who are really mad about this aren't Gen Z.
Imagine claiming children in sexual positions is clickbait. Yikes.
Yeah, okay. I'm glad I'm not the only one that interpreted that as weird as fuck. What you mean clickbait? That clickbait mean it's supposed to catch you in. How is that supposed to pull me in? If it makes you to shut down.
That's rough. You admit that the children were sexualized. That is bad. Okay? That means the movie failed in its mission. I don't know what you don't get about that. But regardless, I'm not here to just keep hammering home the same points. Another thing that I talked about for a reason I don't respect him is because he battles with his own sexuality. He is very public about how he used to go to these swinger parties. I think he says 4 in total over the course of like 2 weeks, where he watched his girlfriend get fucked by other men. Even telling the story of how he was literally in the bed.
But no wonder he's so stupid. He's a fucking cuck.
Watching his girl get fucked by a different man, moaning intensely, and it was traumatizing.
She was sitting on that bed, hopefully the bed, just loving it, freaking just moaning, making all types of sounds that he never heard before. She doing all types of shit that she never done before to him, and she just in ecstasy, and he just watching it, just glassy-eyed in the corner watching it. And you know, you really think that dude pulled out? He went to 4 swinger parties in 2 weeks. Ain't no way in hell not one dude, not every dude just pulled out. Nah, she was taking some protein, if you know what I mean. That is absolutely filthy. That is sad. I don't give a damn what you say.
Yet he recommends that everyone should try it at some point for some reason.
Because this was imagine seeing the girl you love like
Get fucked.
get fucked.
You love her?
Yeah, I do. I love it. Yeah, I love her. I was about to say I love this bitch. I'm like, nah, let me not say that. I love my wifey, my queen.
And Good you answer, good allowed the love of your life to
Queen
get
again.
fucked by another man.
What happened to the other
Is
agreement?
there-
Why
is there-
did that
is there-
one didn't last?
I'm crazy.
The first time, as soon as I saw it, like 3 pumps in, I just got up and walked out. I'm just like, I can't do that.
Why the fuck did you sign up for this? If you already know you can't do it, why you even said you was cool in the first place? Why you even there? If she said that's something she wanted to do, you should have just dropped her. Oh, I can't believe this.
Like, feeling traumatic thoughts, like seeing her with another person. It's a lot. It's a lot. But I think it's something
did
everybody
this to
should
yourself.
do just to test.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I won't say I hate him because I don't know him like that, but he is an idiot. How you gonna say you're traumatized and you couldn't even stand to watch it after 3 pumps, and then you say everybody should try it within the same podcast? Is he on drugs? Tell me in the comments below if he's on drugs, cause we don't know this man. I've never seen his content. This is my first real video actually seeing him, so I know nothing about him. If he's on drugs, let me know. This will make a lot more sense to me. Because up until now, this all sounds like BS.
No! You know what?
So my point with this was, why is this the guy that's lecturing everyone on their relationships, shitting on people's relationships, when he himself is in one that makes him very upset and he can't come to terms with it? Now, if he's open about being a cuck and happy and proud to be a cuck, that's fine. But he's not. It makes him mad every single time. So why the fuck is this insecure guy the one that's the moral authority on healthy relationships all of a sudden? That was the point of me bringing up that clip. Now,
he is not at all.
That was basically the whole video. I summed it up real quick. All I pointed out is I don't respect his opinion because he defends a movie I consider to be child porn. I think any film or any production that has real children being sexualized should be classified as child porn. That's how I view it. Maybe your definition's different, but that's how I personally view that kind of content. So him defending that was beyond reprehensible to me. And him being very public with his cuckoldry and how scarring it has been, it should be a lesson and an example that he himself is not great when it comes to relationships and all these things. And I posted that and it made him extremely upset and he hasn't stopped fucking crying about it for 3 months. So, fast forward to 2 days ago. I was streaming a Moist Esports tournament and I went up to go to the bathroom. I had to take a shit. It was a double flusher. So I was on the toilet for quite some time and...
Relatable.
And I saw a Sneako post that he's posted quite a few times now and I thought, you know what? Fuck it. I'm not doing anything else right now on the porcelain throne. I'll play in the pig pen. So I did. For 3 months now, Sneako has had this adorable little collage that he made that looks like it's straight out of a 16-year-old girl's diary with pictures of boys from her class that she doesn't like. All about people that have hurt his feelings. This is his wall of shame for people that have insulted him online. What's even sadder about it is he purposely leaves out people that he's afraid of. So Turkey Tom, for example, made a whole video talking about Sneako and how pathetic he is. And Sneako tried to talk a big game to him, even challenged him to a debate, which Turkey Tom accepted with jubilation. He was ecstatic.
Oh, yeah.
And then
I would
Sneako
love
kept
to.
ducking him,
I'm
ghosting him. So he leaves
bitch.
Turkey Tom off of this list because he's afraid to actually talk to him. And he also leaves off quite a few other people, but the most notable other one that is comical for the absence is Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is an internet content creator that Sneako lied about for a long time, and they had a lot of beef, and Brandon Buckingham actually challenged him to a fight. And Sneako is very fearful of him. We'll get into that more in depth in a moment, but I just need to set the stage a little bit here with this collage. So after seeing this for the 100th time in the last 3 months, I finally just said, holy shit, you pathetic, sensitive, soy little worm. I made fun of you for watching your girlfriend get fucked by numerous other men and also insulted you for defending child porn. That's not cancellation. That's just spitting on you for being a pitiful, sad cuck. And
sounds about right to me. Like he didn't say nothing personal. He just said literally what you showed, and you did defend child porn. You said it's your favorite movie. You didn't just defend it. You said this is a great thing. This is art to me. You literally said it's your favorite movie. I don't understand how you can have a problem. Well, of course I can understand it if your dumbass said something like that to begin with. He just crazy. Tell me if he's on drugs.
And this puppy really blew up on Twitter in a big way. Now, I will say it again. What I did and what I am doing right now is not canceling you, Sneako. I am insulting you. I am making fun of you. Something that you were supposed to be a huge proponent of, right?
I'm about to say,
it wasn't like one of your big things like bullying.
I'm pretty sure he makes fun of people all the time. I don't think he's an angel. If he was an angel, he wouldn't be posting guns on the live stream, acting like he's a murderer or a killer. I don't understand this beauty or this fascination behind killing.
It needs to be brought back. So now that I'm making fun of you, what, all of a sudden now it's off limits, now it's canceling? You have become the SJWs that you criticize so much. I don't know how you don't realize that. We continue. He says, you know in your soul you would never say that to my face. To which I respond, you literally have a collage of people that hurt your feelings on the internet. You haven't stopped whining about me for months now, you goofy NPC. Even if you beat my ass in a fight, it doesn't change the truth. You're still a cuck who also defends child porn. I think this is important to talk about, and I just talked about it recently. When you are getting your feelings hurt and your immediate response isn't to fire back with insults, jokes, whatever, it's to challenge someone to a fight, you've taken a huge L. You've shown that the person has got under your skin, and the only thing you can resort to is a caveman brain of, I'll beat you in a fight. Sneako, You beating me in a fight doesn't unfuck your girlfriend from the numerous men that had sex with her in front of you. It
They
does.
probably nutted in her, had her screaming all types of things she never screamed before, especially after your punk ass walked out. If 3 pumps in and he had to leave, 3 pumps in and Sneako had to walk out, you don't think she was screaming to high heavens after he wasn't in the room? She probably blew out eardrums. If she wanted it so badly and so much, and he gave in so much that they did it 4 times within 2 weeks, she was living her life on 10. She was living her best life with all that different dick up inside her. So no wonder this nigga was traumatized. But don't make him any less stupid for the shit he says after. You did this to yourself. And you literally said this shit publicly yourself. I don't know why you decided to just be so open about it. You should have kept this shit on the inside to the day you fucking die. I don't give a fuck.
Doesn't do anything. Everything I've said still stands. Nothing changes. It doesn't even salvage your ego. All it is a pathetic fucking attempt at attention. And I don't think you believe half the things you talk about. I really think Sneako just panders as much as possible. He himself doesn't even stand by the things he talks about. I really don't think he has any beliefs of his own. He just echoes what he thinks is going to get him the biggest audience / the most money. That's what I think. So this puffing out his chest of challenging me to a fight is clearly attention. That's what it feels like. Because you don't have the same energy for Brandon Buckingham. Brandon Buckingham is more than willing to fight you any day of the week. But with him, you don't want to do that for some reason. Why? Do you not stand by your...
Very alpha. Picking and choosing the fights, depending on if you think he could win or not. It sounds very alpha and high value to me.
beliefs when it comes to Brandon Buckingham? He has said all the same things about you that I am saying.
I'm so glad I'm not 13 anymore, because I might have grown up in a generation watching dumb fucks like Sneako and fucking Aiden Ross and thinking that nigga is like a high value man and intelligent. Like, oh man. When I grew up watching Justin.tv/Twitch, I was just watching video games and having a good time and laughing my ass off. I have to worry about no dumbass red pill motherfuckers that is nothing more than just emotional as men children. That's it. That's what Sneako is.
About you. So why is he exempt? Why don't you want to fight him? That's so weird. This is what you said about Brandon Buckingham and fighting him.
And then finally, when Brandon Buckingham is down to meet Sneako, he's there to box him. They're both similar sizes. Sneako would now rather just sit at home and tell jokes behind his computer.
I'd rather sit at home and yell at a camera, tell jokes than, risk my manhood falling flat for Brandon Buckingham, if I lose the fight.
So now it's suddenly cool to just stay at home and keep it all online.
The full video here from Willie Mack is an absolute masterpiece on laying out every pathetic thing that Sneako has ever done, said, or everything ever. So I highly recommend checking it out. I'll put a link to it in the description. It's a banger. So as you can see,
if you want me to react to that video, comments in the comment section down below, and I'll probably get to it.
The people he's confident in fighting are ones that he feels confident he'd win against. I'm 5'6". I think he's 6'1". So the height advantage he feels very confident with.
I didn't know he was that short. Honestly, I don't know. I only see that nigga in the fucking chair because he always streaming on YouTube. So I never saw him stand up.
And he has every reason to. He would probably beat me in a fight. But like I said, that doesn't change anything. Everything I've said is still true. You are a cuck, self-admitted.
Yeah, that's a label.
Which, by more than just me, by many, is considered child porn. You're pathetic. Beating me in a fight doesn't change any of those facts. I've also been super vocal about how I don't want to fight. Like, I'm not afraid to say, like, I don't want to get hit in the head, right? Like, I'm afraid of taking...
Bro, like, fighting is not no just easy thing or no dangerous thing. It's not like when we were kids. If your head hit that concrete, or you get hit in the wrong spot, or anything at all, you could possibly die or be crippled. And that person who does it to you, fuck being a winner, your ass gonna be an inmate. That's why this fighting shit isn't worth it, and all this gunplay shit isn't worth it either. You playing with people's lives and freedoms and livelihoods, and all this stuff isn't worth it. They ain't doing over. They doing this shit over internet beef and internet drama. Come on, man. I'm glad that MoistCr1TiKaL is smart and he's successful and smart, because he can at least bring some logic and sense to his audience. Because throwing your life away or throwing your health away just behind some dumbass like Sneako on the internet isn't worth it at all. your life and your health is fragile and precious. You are not invincible. I don't give a fuck how old you are. I don't give a fuck where you come from. And I don't give a fuck how big you are. If you get hit or shot, you're gonna die. Especially if they hit a particular area. If you get hit in the head, even by a person in a temple, you're gonna get knocked out. And if they don't catch you and your head hit that concrete, you're gonna die or be a vegetable. And that shit ain't gonna be worth it. You're gonna have to live the rest of your life thinking about that dumb fucking fight and that dumbass attitude you had when you were 23 or 16. And now you're either in jail or in the wheelchair or in the grave. Stop being dumbasses.
Taking headshots. It's probably a super normal fear to have, so I'm averse to going into a boxing match, especially one that's just a clout-driven spectacle like this. That'd be completely fucking worthless. And I've been super open about that, which I'm sure you know since you keep saying that you've watched my content, so you probably know that I was never going to accept a fight in the first place. Especially since you're, like, significantly taller than me, right? Like, it wouldn't make any sense. And even though you would probably beat me in a fight, you're certainly not beating me in, like, an aesthetic physique competition, because goddamn, I blow your ass out of the water. Look at this fucking anime character physique.
Hey, I see you. Look at those triceps. You can see the striations in the shoulder. You're looking clean.
I'm rocking. Meanwhile, you're over...
See, guys, just because you're short doesn't mean you can't make the best of what you have. Don't let anybody tell you just have to settle for just the body that you have. You can go to the gym and you can put muscle on your body. You can have confidence. You can stand up straight. You can have good posture. And you can get a nice woman that gives a fuck about you. Just because you're short doesn't mean you just lost. Trust me. Put the work in like this guy did, and you can be happy. You can be successful. And you can have a woman that respects you and treats you well.
Over here with that Abercrombie and Fitch from 1998. Now, in Sneako's he did start going to the gym recently. Maybe I inspired him, and you know what? That's great. I'm glad I could have a positive impact on your life like that, Sneako. Getting into the gym is a fantastic thing, and you're going to feel so much better. And I know you'll start seeing results soon as long as you keep at it. And then finally, our last exchange goes very similarly to the others. You're not special from the other 10 soy boys who say the same thing. If you got a problem, stop talking on the internet. Let's solve it. So I said, got your Discord still working on responses? Brother, I have no problem. You started it and I made fun of you in return. You're upset about publicly admitting to cuckoldry and get mad at me for bringing it up. You should be mad at yourself instead. Have some self-reflection.
Thank you.
Which it's true. I don't have a problem. You literally started it, Sneako, and you even asked your audience to let me know everything you said and send me your clips. You actually asked for a response, and then got super upset when my response was a little too mean to your feelings. How is that not the ultimate cuckoldry? Like, even more so than your girl getting clapped by 1,000 men. How? Like, how?
Clapped, busted in, thrown around, pulled her hair, slapped her ass, did all the shit that she always wanted to do, but she would never do it with you.
How can you, with a straight face, still call other people soy boys? I'm not kidding, I really didn't want to keep talking about you, but you won't stop talking and crying about me. It's sad. I understand you have a humiliation fetish, so hopefully this whole thing has helped you orgasm one more time from all of it. I don't think it's fun dunking on you, Sneako. I don't. And I'm certainly not canceling you, but you keep doing this. So you forced my hand to make fun of you again. But anyway, that's about it. See ya.
Oh man, that was a really good that was a good video. I like MoistCr1TiKaL. Maybe I'll check out more of his content in my free time because I really don't be on his channel much at all. I'll be on Asmongold and Towley and some other people, Daquan, RDC. But maybe I'll check out his stuff too because he really did pick apart Sneako. And in my opinion, I think he's right. This stuff is just ridiculous. You playing with guns, you trying to act all hard, and you mad at him because you chose to be a cuck? Don't be a cuck. This is ridiculous. And stop playing with people's lives and making all this gunplay and all this fights and stuff just a small thing. People can really die and be crippled by this shit. I don't know what we have to say to get through people's heads, but this stuff is not this is not a game. Your life is more precious than some dumbass internet beef. That goes for Sneako, that goes for MoistCr1TiKaL, that goes for Albert Preach and what they went through at Fresh and Fit, and they know that. That's why they didn't do no stupid shit. And that goes for young guys, young men too. Don't give your life away just for nonsense because you need to defend your pride and ego. Your pride and ego isn't worth losing your life, using your limbs, losing the ability to walk or be free. This stuff is stupid, and we need to grow up and get over this shit before you suffer the consequences or somebody you care about suffer the consequences. This stuff is not a game. You only have one life to live. You have one body. You need to protect it and put that shit through stuff that only gonna improve it and make your life better. Not dumbass drama like this where you could possibly get yourself hurt or killed. But that's just my opinion. It's your boy Logos, and I'll see y'all next time.